Hello everyone. Today we're talking about browsers, the browsers I've used and the browser I currently use and some fun facts about it. So without further ado, let's dive in. What are browsers? Browsers are essentially a tool for you to browse the internet. And actually, a lot of people will confuse browser and search engine. They think it's the same thing, but it's not. It's different. But before that, let's talk about browser engine. There are three major browser engines that use to power the browser. So I would say the browser is mainly based on these browser engines. And yeah, there are three major. Maybe use this one. Okay. Uh, the first one and the most popular one, and I believe it's the most people using, is called Chromium. Am I spelling right? Oh no, CHRO. Yeah, Chromium. Chromium browser engine is by far the most popular one. I would say. We have to. The second one, probably, some people know, it's called. I would say Jackal, if I'm not spelling wrong. Hopefully, Jackal. Yeah, Jackal. Yeah, Jackal is like I know Jackal. Yeah, it's that Jackal. Just kidding. Uh, yeah, and we also people actually call it Firefox based more often than Jackal. But yeah, just let you know that it's actually called Jackal. The third one is WebKit by Apple. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. The first one is this one is by Google. This one is by Mozilla, and the third one is by Apple. So yeah, and beyond the browser engine, and there are browsers built with these browser engines. So the ones we're the most familiar with, I believe, yeah, Google Chrome. So Google Chrome, and there are actually other browsers based on Google Chrome, based on Chromium, and like for example the one I'm using right now, called Arc, and even Opera. And there's the default browser for Windows right now called Edge. Microsoft's Edge is also a Chromium browser. Interesting, right? Yeah, it's based on Chromium. And for Firefox base, it's so obvious Firefox is based on Jackal Firefox. Yeah. And the one I really like called Zen browser, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, it's also a Firefox based browser and WebKit. Yeah, I found there's actually not much of browser are actually WebKit. So yeah, Safari is one, but I think there's not just limited amount of browser are based on WebKit. I'm not sure why, but yeah, more Chromium and Firefox based currently. But there's an interesting fact that the browser you use on your iPhone, essentially in iOS operating system, I believe also the same story in iPad OS. All the browsers you use on your iPhone are WebKit based. So Apple simply doesn't allow you to use other browser engine on your iPhone iOS operating system. So yeah, no matter you're using Chrome or using Firefox on your iPhone, it's all WebKit based. It's just so interesting. I think it's about I don't know. Apple wants to control the hardware, software, so it's more optimized, so the battery won't drain that much when you're using the browser, but on your like iPhone. But yeah, it's good to know. Let's take a look at take a look at this chart. This one is the desktop browser market share worldwide, and yeah, as you can see, Chrome basically dominated the whole market share by a whopping 65.5%. That's insane. So yeah, chances are you're using Chrome. Like, so many people are using it, and even Edge has 30%. Yeah, it shows that people are just lazy to change your default browser. And yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about search. Okay, let's talk about search engine. So when you are using a browser like Google Chrome, because that's what most people are using, you can actually use different search engine in one browser. So you can use Google to search. So you can use Google in Google Chrome, and you can also use Bing to search things. You can use Yahoo or DuckDuckGo to search things in Google Chrome. You can change it in the settings, which alright, probably doing it. I'm not sure where the setting is. Search engine, yeah. So you can change the search engine. No DuckDuckGo, okay, cool. But yeah, okay. So that's just change it to Yahoo, for example, and just search whatever browser. Yeah, so you can you can use Yahoo to search in Chrome, or if you want, you can change to Microsoft Bing. Yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah. So we code this. It's more like a service. So browser is essentially more like applications, and search engine is more like a service. So you can see it's Bing.com, and then the rest of the results. So yeah, you can use different service to essentially it just the like the reason to use the search engine is basically to find the most relevant, or the best, probably the most useful information for you in a short amount of time. Like, it just, yeah, it try to gives the top priority, like the one you want to find. Why it's dictionary, I don't know, I don't get it. So you can say this one is search engine market share worldwide, and 90% of people using Google to search, which is more ridiculous than the 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 the, the desktop browser market share. The search engine is basically all Google. Like it just after other options are just even below 5%. Like, none of them is above 5%. But there's a but in Taiwan things are a little bit different. Yeah, there are 14, probably it's close to 50. So yeah, I would say 15% of people using Yahoo as their search engine. I don't get it, but it's, yeah, fun fact. And more people using Bing in Taiwan than worldwide. Yeah, weird. Why? I don't get it. I mean, Google is it's yeah, there's a whole controversy there, but in my personal experience, I still find Google gets the best results. uh I tried DuckDuckGo, but still I think I would say I like Google's results more. Yeah, I don't get it. Why people are not probably people are just don't want to switch. I get it. So yeah, on top of browsers, you can use different search engines. So search, you can use the desired search engine, like the one you want. So Yahoo, probably. DuckDuckGo. Is it uppercase? I don't know. Forget about it. Yeah. So these are what it looks like in this browser world, probably. So you have search engines. So yeah, browsers based on browser engine, and there are three of them, and then there are a tons of options. The list goes on actually. I just don't remember all of them, but there are a lot. If you just search Chromium browsers, and there are just so much more. Uh, also here there's a lot. There's a lot really, but I wanna just stop here. Yeah, and on top of browser, you can use different search engine to search the information, search to the internet. There are more options, but just just Google is basically dominant this market just by yeah 90%. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Eh, okay, after talking about some fun facts about browsers, I want to talk about the browser I've used and why I'm using these browsers right now. Uh, well, the first browser I've used ever, I think it's Google Chrome, because I think it's in elementary school we have computer class, and the teacher just asked us to open Chrome to basically do everything with the browser. So yeah, Chrome is the one I use. And after I got my Windows laptop, I tried Edge a little bit, but the reason I'm not using it anymore, I think there are two reasons. The first one is it's in the past it's not as good as Chrome, but yeah, nowadays it's getting better. So I think in some ways it's actually better than Chrome, but it's not like that when I'm tried it. And it's the second reason is because the Microsoft just keep asking me to change it, and just hate it, just like this Reddit post. Yeah, Microsoft is asking me every day to switch to Edge, and being through a notification and other ways, like a pop-up screen. Oh my god, it's so terrible. Like, that's one of the reasons I hate. Uh, it's just so annoying. I don't want to switch. So yeah, the edges end up with Google Chrome downloader. Yeah, Google Chrome downloader. But I have to say, Edge is probably one of the best PDF viewer. Chrome has a PDF viewer too, but it's just not as good as Edge. So yeah, I think you can use Edge as a PDF reader. It's really nice. I have to be honest, it's really nice. So after the failed attempt of switching to Edge, I tried Safari, where I am using macOS operating system, and it's been great. Like, this one is Safari. I actually have no problem with it. Uh, cause Apple owns Safari, and the hardware Mac. So yeah, the experience is great because Apple can do the optimization for both the software and hardware. So the battery life is great, the performance is great, you got really smooth scrolling, and I have no complaints basically. Until a browser called Arc came out on macOS. Now on Windows 2, but we'll get into that later. But Arc is really a game changer. This one is Arc browser. It's a Chromium browser. Yeah, I listed here. What's great about it is actually just change my understanding of browser entirely. It's by the browser company, cool name, literally called the browser company. what okay. People call it TBC, yeah. The browser company, yeah. They're making the browser called they call Arc, and on macOS the experience is, I would say, amazing. Like when you see the browser, it's just so different from what we've used to. Like in Chrome, you have this tabs opening up here, and the bad thing about this is when you have multiple tabs, like probably there are 15 plus tabs opening here, and it gets just it's hard to navigate to find ones you want to you're looking for, and but the Arc, wait, there are no, what is it called, tab bar, like showing, like what? and the full page of this, it just shows the full web page. But in Chrome, yeah, you are like, I hate it now actually, cause especially on laptop screen, I think it's fine. On desktop, you have like 23-inch, probably, I don't know, screen display, and it's not that, like, it's fine. But on laptop, it's 14-inch this screen, and it's actually, I have limited space, so it just takes so much space here. I don't get it. Like now, I heard switch it. Oh my god, it shows the whole page. Like, I think it's people can be more productive, because it just, I know, I mean, if you are probably YouTube videos playing and you are doing search and social media opening, and you're searching some data, they probably are just distracted. But in Arc, it's just different. So what Arc do is, we call this vertical tab. So this one we call it horizontal tabs, and this one is vertical tabs. And vertical tabs, the great thing about it is it won't get messy. If you have multiple tabs opening, it's still organized when just there's a lot of tabs opening. And another great feature is you can switch between, they call it workspace, easily. So you just wipe the animation. By the way, the animation is amazing. You swipe, and this one is for school. So if you have work account or school accounts, it's basically an independent browser history and login. So by default, this one login to different Google account. This one is my school's Google account, and this one is my personal Google account. So yeah, it's, and the search history, and they are just completely different, so you can easily switch between those. It's great. And the way to add a new tab is also a lot different. I just like Arc's way so much better. So yeah, in Chrome, traditionally we just close some new tabs a little bit. So if you want to just search a new tab, essentially you just click this one, or Control Command T to add a new tab, and then search for, or I'll change the engine back. It's Google. Oh, it's because oh yeah. So yeah, that's the way you do on Chrome. But in Arc, it opens up a command bar, like the thing, and you're not leaving this page until you fully like type out the search keyword, so you type, right, and then, or it's switch tab, sorry, maybe Yoshi. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I just so blown away by it. Like when I see it at the first time, and you can see all the tabs are organized well in these virtual tabs here. And another feature I like about Arc is basically split screen feature. So you can drag the tabs. By the way, you can pin the tabs here. And you can create folders to better organize it. But basically, you can pin the tab. So even if you close the browser, it will stay here. Easy to really easy to find it. It's great. It's actually, I like this feature so much. And I'll just hack it temporarily. So yeah, split screen features. Yeah, I mean technically in Google Chrome you can uh well drag. Okay, you can split screen by creating a new window. Like you can do split screen like that, but it's not so great because it's a little bit weird. Like you have this two uh bar like separates them. It's not good. But in Arc, it's great. It just, I mean, you can resize the window easily, and you can even switch to vertical tabs, right? Which I don't use, but it's good to have. Right? And you could just close it. Oh, I accidentally closed the tab, so that. But yeah, that's how it works. And the animation is amazing. Like in every single, you have this one loading. And the pop-up, the switching, their media tabs. It's amazing. Also, a really great feature is they call it site search. Okay, it just wait if you want to search something, for example in YouTube, you type, so you have to go to youtube.com first, and then you search inside of YouTube, right? So if you go to youtube.com and you just search here, but it's slow. uh, no, I can do what I can do instead is, so I want to open up a new tab, so I press Command plus T, Command plus T to open this command bar like thing, and I type YouTube and I hit tab, and there's a amazing and there's a animation to say, okay, you're now searching inside of YouTube, and I can search at browser again, and I hit enter. Okay, all right, it search browser inside of YouTube, and yeah, you see where it goes. So, and you can do a lot of other websites like Reddit or Facebook or Reddit or so on. Like, just, I mean, basically you can add whatever you want there. With change some settings, you can add those. Yeah, that's basically why I like Arc. But after trying out Arc for a really long time, I switch. I mean, technically not fully switched yet. There's a controversy. Controversy going on in the Arc browser, because yeah, essentially the browser company, the company who makes Arc, basically, I would say give up updating, adding new features more specifically to Arc. They're
Feel like this is so obvious
building
where it's going.
a new browser called Dia. and it's coming on early 2025. It's not out yet, and basically we haven't seen any footage about it. But yeah, they basically says they're working on Dia, and then only provides security and bug security updates and Chromium updates and bug fixes in Arc. It's bad because actually there's some really important features and are missing on Arc, like passkey. It's so obvious to have passkey support in nowadays browser, but it's not supported, and they're basically not updated anymore. I mean, most of these features are fine on Mac OS. Yeah, I think it's time to talk about Windows. I actually tried Arc on Windows. Uh, Arc for Windows, and it's bad. Like, it's really bad. I have to say it. I mean, if you don't have like Mac, like if you haven't used like Mac system, the Mac OS version of Arc, and you try Windows, it's probably gonna be fine. But after you use the Mac version, you'll find that there's just so many features are missing, and they're just some animations are a little bit weird compared to macOS, and yeah, generally speaking, it's an unfinished product in my opinion. For Windows. So, and they're saying that they're not updating it. Like, we're not doing it. We're working on a new browser, and they say it's an AI browser, like a lot of AI features built in. But who knows? We'll see if it's good or not. We'll see. I mean, Perplexity is actually making a browser called Comnet. So yeah, it's also a upcoming browser by Perplexity. So there are competitions where they're not the only one making it. We'll see if it's any good. Yeah. So if Arc is by far the best one on macOS at that point, and is this one? No. Oh yeah. So a lot of people in Arc browser subreddit are talking about it. I think in the current state of Arc browser subreddit is like everyone is talking about is Arc good or not? Like if you want to switch, and there's an option called Zen browser. Zen browser is essentially just different. Like, it's completely different from Arc because it's a Firefox based browser. Yeah, and this is how it looks like. It's like it's really similar. It's really similar to Arc. You have this command bar like theme to open new tabs, and you can do site search inside of these website too. And what else do we have? Yeah, this vertical tabs. Yes, you can use horizontal tabs. Actually, there's a lot of settings you can tweak inside of the settings. Yeah, and the great thing about Zen browser is not only it's really similar to Arc, it's updating often. Like, and it's also an open source project. It's amazing. Like, it's open source. So if you want, you can contribute it, or you just donate them. Yeah, it's I mean, technically it's not based on their sayings. It's if I'm not wrong, it's still in beta, but you could try out right now, as they're constantly updating it, and it's getting so much popular. Like you say, the stars on GitHub, it's just surpassed the Chromium and Brave browser. Yeah. So yeah, it's I'm impressed. Like, it's an open source project. And so the one example is that there's a problem. Yeah, the passkeys part is not Mac OS version of Zen. Hey, by the way, I have to talk about it first. Zen browser is available on Windows, Linux, and Mac. And I actually tried the Windows version. The experience, it's equally well. Like, it's not like Arc. You only get the best experience on macOS. You get also just the same experience on Windows, and Linux I haven't tried, but I think it's good too. Yeah, so just good to know. It's supported 3 operating systems, and it's Firefox based, so it's also it's great and not great at the same time. That's a Firefox based problem. Like, it's a recent news 21 days ago. Yeah, so Chrome browser has a problem. Like, we're not talking about the battery problem now. The performance, it's fine. For me, it's fine. I mean, on Mac, it's probably drains more battery than Safari. I get it. But Chrome is by Apple. So by Google, sorry. So the whole project of Chrome is open source, by the way. And the whole project goes basically based on Google's opinion. Like, and people don't like it, and there are a whole controversy about the Chrome's privacy problem. I mean, they basically, if I'm not wrong, they basically say they can use whatever data you use in the browser. In Google Chrome, they can like do what they want. Like, so there are people hate that. So they use Firefox browser instead. But yeah, you can see Firefox users are furious about Mozilla's new data sharing request. Okay, I don't know, and I'm one of them. So yeah, just basically Mozilla changed the what is that code? Yeah, the way they use the user data, like they changed the way they describe it to this one is, yeah, the draw the criticism is when you upload or import information through Firefox, you hereby grant as a non-exclusive, royalty-free worldwide license to use that information to help you navigate, experience, and interact with online content as it indicates with your use of Firefox. And it sounds really bad, right? And they actually changed the way of saying it to, you give Mozilla the rights necessary to operate Firefox. This includes processing your data as we described in the Firefox privacy notice. It also includes a non-exclusive royalty-free worldwide license for the purpose of doing as you request with the content you include in Firefox. Let's not give Mozilla any ownership in that content. They just basically changed the words of saying it, but yeah. I think the truth is probably because is that here? Because the legal definition are changed, so they have to. I mean, if they keep the original statement, they're probably already against the law, so they have to change it. But it doesn't not necessarily mean that they are taking your data, but who knows? Like, yeah, who knows? But yeah, still, Firefox itself is open source, you can fork it, and then like if you're using like this one Zen browser or other fork of Firefox, it's not under that statement. So if you're not using the services like Firefox Sync, yeah, so if you're not using that, it's not limited. Like just you don't have that issue. But yeah, but more people are using Firefox itself. And okay, let's get back to Zen. Zen browser, another great feature, it's better than Arc, is the customization. So you can do a really deep customization. Like this video is insane. Like you can basically write CSS to change it entirely how it looks, like the animation. The customization possibility are endless. You can customize it to I actually tried this one. It's really amazing, but in my opinion, it's already a little bit over animated. But it's just me. I think it's great. Like generally speaking, it's great. It's amazing. Like you can do basically, you can change what it looks like completely. You cannot do on Arc, so that's why one of the reasons why Zen browser is great. Oh, yeah, back to this one. So yeah, it doesn't have the task feature, and then people are talking about it, and then because it's an open source project and you can create issues or like you encounter it, and then after, I think, yeah, it's posted on August 22nd, 2024, and then yeah, it's got fixed like in the recent update. So in this video, it's just last week when I tried to sign in with passkey, it's not supported, and then now if I try it again real quick, wait, why is it okay? So I can use passkey to sign in now. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, yeah, passkey support is now there, and it's great. It just I mean, it felt so nice to see all these little changes with every single update they pushed, and the most recent update, they literally say this is small update. And then they add this media player controller, like you can control it, and I think there's a cool thing about it. Journal animations, music animations, if you play a video, it's so nice, it's so cute. Like I like it, and it called it a small update. What? And then they fix the same passkey support on macOS at the same update too. Wait, I think I hide it. Yeah.
Just almost the video, they just
Yeah, I like this one.
on Jet. What might be delaying, but
Yeah, it's amazing. I just blown away by this actually. Like how? It's an open source project. They're entirely open source. How? And there's small issues on macOS right now here, probably not limited to it macOS, but when you're scrolling through on Mac, or essentially in high DPI resolution screen, it's gets jitter. There's a feeling of laggy and jittery feeling, and I mean I think that's the biggest reason I cannot fully switch to Zen. One of the biggest reason, because the scrolling, you can see the noticeable difference between it and Arc or other browser, even the Firefox browser itself. So it's a little bit sad, but other things are great. Like, it's amazing. So that's why I end up here. There's one more I haven't talked about. Another downside of Zen probably is the DRM protected content. So if you don't know DRM, in the Zen browser FAQ, they actually have this one says, one is DRM. So digital rights management, or DRM, is a technology used to control how digital content such as videos and music can be accessed and used. DRM is commonly used by streaming services to protect copyrighted content. When you try to play DRM protected content, you must verify that if the necessary DRM software is available on your browser. And most browsers use Wi-Fi, DRM technology developed by Google to facilitate this. Yeah, so Wi-Fi basically is, oh my god, yeah, is, so you basically, Zen browser currently lack DRM support. So what it means is basically you cannot play something like DRM protected content, for example, Netflix and Spotify. I think there's more, but yeah. So you basically cannot play Spotify music in this browser, which is not a big deal to me, cause it's not a big problem, because I use desktop version of Spotify. So yeah, I have no issues with it. And for Netflix, I don't have a Netflix account, so yeah. So I don't like affected by this, but just aware that if you are on macOS and Windows, you can play the DRM protected content on Zen browser. So you might have to use another like Chrome or Arc. I would on macOS I'll use Arc because it's Chromium. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Chromium, there's one more downside. Basically all Firefox based browser, cause there just more people using Chromium based browsers. So some websites, especially some complicated web apps, they're optimized for Chromium browsers. So some UI will just not functioning, or just not displayed well correctly on Firefox based browser. So sometimes I have to basically switch to Arc just because the web application I use is just not optimized for. The same goes with Safari WebKit browser. It just the best way to use is just Google Chrome. But I think I'm fine with it. Like most of them are just fine. Like YouTube or Reddit or like Google search and Facebook, Instagram, they're fine. Like I have no issues with it, but just worth mentioning that Chromium still has a superior precision in just more people are using it. And you could plus this one because they are all Chromium based, so you update for what is it, 80%? Oh my gosh, that's why. Personally, I will still keep switching between Arc, Zen, and sometimes Safari parallelly, just to get my job done. Like if I'm scrolling through videos, watching YouTube videos, I'll probably use Arc. And sometimes while use Zen, it's so weird, but like if that got released and they completely give up on Arc, and then if the dial is actually bad, I'll just completely move on to Zen effortlessly. Like I just switch immediately. But currently Arc is still one of the best we can find on macOS, and the experience it's worth buying. It's worth. I have no problem with it. Like, not big problem. And the scrolling is just a pain. I have to admit that it's a pain scrolling on Zen browser. Just bad. So sometimes I'll go to Arc, sometimes use Zen. It's crazy, I know. I know it's like using multiple browsers at the same time. It's a little bit crazy. But that's how it is. So yeah, in conclusion, if you're on Windows, maybe give Zen a shot. It's really great, and shout out to Zen's dev team. You are doing such a great, amazing work on this open source project. And if you are on macOS, I would say just try out Arc. Probably it's still one of the best one you can find on macOS, and you can try Zen too. It's great. Chances are you're lazy to change anything, and I have to be honest, at the end of the day, if it gets the job done, it's gonna be fine. So choose one works for you, and that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.